episode 538 of the TV Dudes, recorded May 9th, 2025. Don't even, on Tubi. This week, John Paul runs the show with his Patreon pick, Don't Even.
Yes, that's right. We watched episodes 1, 2, 3, and 5 of the series. And here, I'm just going to, I actually watched all of it. So.
Yeah, I watched all 6.
So
I mean, John Paul's been on a heck of a good
those are the ones
Patreon
we were
run.
assigned to watch.
We were assigned to watch 1, 2, 3, and 5.
And we are here to tell you what we thought about them.
Yep.
We will even.
We will. John Paul's been on a good run, and I feel like this one holds the standard. We'll get into why here in a little bit.
Yeah, before we get into that, I'm Nick.
And I'm Les.
And we're the TV Dudes.
And as you know, JPV's Patreon selection isn't everything we watched.
Isn't it, though? Feels like it has been what we've been watching lately.
It is a lot of what we watched this week.
Okay.
But to the Diaries.
The Diaries of the Television Dudes. Brought to you by only the finest cocaine wine.
Yeah, we watched, or at least you watched some more Game of Thrones, and I have been on trying to catch up. I have no idea where you are.
I'm almost done with season 2. I've got a lot to watch this weekend. I'm going to be a Game of Thrones binge.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I slowed up this week. Trying to catch up on some other stuff. I cannot remember her name. There's one character in Game of Thrones that, in a scene, reminded me of Gale in Letterkenny.
Okay.
Which no one should do. It's a really particular, set of movements.
Okay.
And then once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. And so for the rest of season 2, my brain has just been trying to crawl on I'm sure this was done years ago by some fan in a Reddit thread somewhere, but trying to recast Letterkenny Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And who everybody would be. And so, yeah, I'm sure my brain's going to chew on that for a few more rest of my life.
I wish I knew who you were talking about.
I will have to find her picture and show you.
Yeah,
I've been tearing through that. Let's see, what else have I watched? Of course, Ghosts and Elsbeth, all that's been going on. We're going to tell you about The Invisible Raptor on Patreon this week. Let's see. Fanny and I have been, of course, we watched Osriel. We also watched The Guest, which that was fun. Tracker Watson, kind of the same old. I feel like this week I had a lot going on, and it was just everything I could do to keep up with the homework and watch basically any amount of Game of Thrones. The one thing we're going to talk about next week is Poker Face, but in watching that, a movie got referenced.
Oh, yeah.
And so Lisa and I, in a Poker Face episode, Natasha Lyonne's character talks about a Dennis Hopper movie, Out of the Blue, which Lyonne herself actually funded or helped raise money for the restoration of. So, that's why that's in that script. But I realized, maybe I like Dennis Hopper. Easy Rider was okay. I don't really know. I've not seen that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched Out of the Blue. Holy fuck. Or as Lisa put it, my review is, what?
Oh, wait, what?
But also,
ew.
It opens with an act of violence so fucking crazy that you aren't sure it's not a dream sequence, but nope, it happens real in the story of the movie.
Sure.
It's like if Taxi Driver just followed Jodie Foster's character.
Okay.
It's disturbing as fuck. Apparently, when it showed in Cannes, in 1980, it freaked out the French audience for having too much, incest and crime and sex and such.
No, we do not have that here.
It is a fucking nuts movie, man. You came in at the end, just as shit was exploding, and then I had to rewind back and show you the opening.
The last couple, I forget what they said during the last couple scenes, but the last couple backs and forth before a thing explodes and it goes to credits is just nonsense.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
But the opener is just some fucking trucker and his
daughter that he gives wrong kiss to.
Well, but
she's in clown makeup.
Clown makeup.
Oh, it's insane.
Run into
He's drunk as shit, drinking while driving.
Well, and then running into a fucking school bus full of kids.
The school bus is stalled across the street, and he plows straight through it. They show it later in a flashback too, where they show it from another angle, Maniac Cop style. It is an insane movie. It also has several of it can't be acting. They just have to be drunk. It has a couple of what may be the like truest to life
drug
drunk,
conversation.
like not. I don't
Yeah.
know that they're good scenes, and the dialogue feels improv and wrong, but also, man, it feels drunk.
Oh yeah, man.
It's in a fucked up way, like where you're watching it going, no, I can't put my finger on why, but I've had that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking crazy movie. Out of the blue. I honestly, I would recommend watching it. But then again, I've also foisted Between Worlds on multiple people. So
Sure.
what do I know?
What do you-
And that's
what else? But
probably it for me.
well, speaking of out of the blue, I just out of the blue watched Jack of All Trades.
Oh yeah, I was wondering what brought that on.
That was just on Roku. Like it was one of those ad things on Roku.
Because like Facebook showed me a bunch of Bruce Campbell old TV commercials he had done recently for some reason, and I was like, man, have the algorithms just decided that Campbell's the zeitgeist this
I think
month?
he has like another like watch along thing. I watched him like he has a clip watching something with Patton Oswalt. I think Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
Like, he might have a new like not Joe Bob's Briggs, but not that type thing going on. But yeah, so I think he might be getting a bump and just algorithms.
Dude, I would totally watch Bruce Campbell watch movies.
Yeah, he gives that's what it was. It was an ad for there's a dog that's split in half in that movie.
Okay.
And so he gives an ad for he narrates an ad for split in half dogs and how you can adopt one today.
That's great.
And like
that's great.
They're maybe only half the dog, but they need all the love.
That's, yep. I mean, one of my favorite jokes in Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, was the like. That's the worst case of cut in half I believe I've ever seen. I don't know if he'll recover.
But yeah, Jack of All Trades is a fucking spy thing, I guess, but also kind of like Mask of Zorro.
Right.
He goes to some like Pal or whatever, the island off of
America the movie.
Yeah, America the movie kind of feels
a motion
like
picture.
Yeah, like, with George Washington played by Channing Tatum.
Yeah,
that's what the vibes are there. Yeah,
I was like, what does this remind me of? A cartoon?
Yeah. Well, you see, A1 equals one America.
Yeah. So, Jack of All Trades, man. I had not thought of that in years, and I walked through the room, was like, holy shit, I knew what it was immediately.
Well, it's one of those like like you said, it was not like Xena Warrior Princess, but kind of Pirates of the Caribbean light, low budget production.
It's not quite the same guy. I was honestly, he's not the same character as Briscoe County Jr., but they were all kind of the same vibe show.
Yeah.
But walking through there, it's obviously square like 4:3 formatted for TV and all that, but I was really surprised that the costume colors and everything like look vibrant. It looks like a fairly decent transfer. I was really shocked. I honestly it looked nicer than I remember the budget being. Like young Indiana Jones looks like a little more ass than that somehow.
Yeah, the writing and production on it, like if it was not Bruce Campbell, that thing it could not stand up. And obviously even with Bruce Campbell, I don't think it got another season, or I don't know.
No, it didn't run long, I don't think.
Yeah,
but yeah, his chin's carrying all of that.
So I thought that was very interesting. What was it like? Here's your orders, Mr. Sterling, Jack Sterling, I think his name, Jack of All Trades. Here are your orders, Mr. Sterling. Like, Jack, shut up and do what the lady says. Mark, the president. Ah, damn it! That's what I get for voting. Yeah, we also watched the latest episode of Studio.
That's right.
Which was a great, I should say I watched. I just assumed you watched it.
Yes, I did as well.
The thank you speech.
So this is simultaneously as one of my favorite gags that the show's done so far, and also is probably my least favorite episode. I think because it focuses so squarely on Matt alone being a thin-skinned, like this is so just Matt being crazy, and so I think that plot is probably my least favorite of the show so far, because it kind of cut everybody else. We didn't get any Catherine Hahn or any of that, but the bit with Sal. becoming a meme
Yes,
was
that's
maybe my favorite gag
when he's
they've
trying
done
to
so
when
far.
he's trying to get when Matt's trying to get thanked.
Right. And you and so you can't do that joke without my A plot I didn't care for.
And Adam Scott is legitimately caught off guard by his win.
Right.
That's not him faking.
Nope.
He's legitimately caught off guard, which is why he thinks
it's not a thing he's trying to do. It just turned, but it naturally.
Hey, there's that guy I met.
Like organically turns into a meme.
Yeah.
But yeah, when the second person does it, of like, you know what, fuck it. I don't know him, but if Adam Scott says he's already can't be that bad, I'm gonna thank Sal.
I'm gonna think, and
Sal
now,
Saperstein.
and now you know that, like, man, anyone who's won those awards, they're all doing it.
When Zack Snyder comes out, well, it was great. Of like, if you think this awards ceremony is going a little too quickly for you, just relax. In a week, I will have out a 5-hour long, 4-part black and white 4:3 formatted Snyder cut.
Honestly, I was surprised he made fun of himself.
I was
that
like,
much.
that's great.
I was
but then his name, and the winner is Sal Saperstein. I'm kidding, folks. Like by that point, it was like, oh shit, man, it's over.
Oh no, it's what this award show is, that they're gonna be called the Sal Award. Like that's the Sal year.
Right. Like, you only ready for the sap? Like, oh man, yeah. And him just running. I will not be at work tomorrow.
Yeah, I will not be like, oh my god.
But
look
also
what we did.
that he starts at table 178 or some shit, and they're at 4.
I don't know who these people. Did you put me with fucking TV people?
They aren't even serving salad, man.
You motherfucker.
Yeah. And I honestly didn't think Kravitz was going to thank him. I was shocked.
No, I'm actually shocked that she thanks him but gets played. She gets played off.
I thought that was just perfect. Of like, yeah, I saw you mouth my name. It's fine. The other dude in the whatever Ted, the other studio head in the bathroom. That's like,
oh yeah, it's contractual.
It's contractual, man.
Yeah. Otherwise, why would they ever?
But also his. Okay, man. Even if you are dumb enough to think that you're also an artist, don't say that in front of the real
other
artist
artists,
that you employ.
Well, I was like, I kind of like is the moral of the show here that Matt, like, no, Matt, if you want to be an artist and make movies, you have to be a producer.
I think that's what I was kind of thinking this episode of, like, are we really watching, if there is an arc on this comedy, are we watching Matt have to,
like, where you were before,
to choose? Like, dude, are you a bean counter who wants to be in charge?
Yeah.
Or are you an artist who is going to be beating your heart bloody against the wall?
Because honestly,
begging bean counters for
there's
money.
an advantage for you being in charge here and leaning to the productions that you want to get done.
But the cost of that is
that you're not quite your level of input is make that movie or don't make that movie.
Right. And like you know, you're right that Zoe Kravitz fucking knows as well that her movie would not exist if you had not said it will exist. Well, like also, you literally like unlocked the money that willed this into existence.
Right.
But at the same time, you with that pile of money, never in a million years were going to ever squeeze it together into this film.
Yeah.
So like
not by yourself.
You're not by yourself. So like where's the no one's gonna have any sympathy for you being rich and in charge of the studio, but like, oh, you didn't get to credit. I loved Kravitz's like, yes, I fucking care. I'm already rich and I'm already famous.
It's like the awards are the only thing that's left. Like, no, I love that Zoe Kravitz was honestly, you could tell that she was like, well, we're not gonna win. Oh, it's okay. I'm like, okay,
I'm absolutely gonna win
like,
this fucking thing. Do you know how many bruncheons I've been to?
I've been in? I am motherfucking winning this thing, Matt. I swear to God. And they're holding over points on the next deal.
And she gets first dollar gross.
And I'm like, hey, if you want her to thank, like, I saw the solution to this immediately. Like, hey, you want her to thank you? Give her $1 gross
on that next movie. Yeah,
buy the credit.
Right.
Like fucking, you're a money guy. Buy the credit.
No, when he goes back there and tries to get the dude to put his name in, I had to put my head in my hands.
What are you doing?
Like, God damn it, Matt. Seriously, it was like watching Jon Favreau call the answering machine 50 fucking times in Swingers.
Well, man, why do you gotta Jew me on this? Like, oh man, I hate those Jew
really
jokes.
Tired of those jokes, man.
I hate Jewish jokes. Jew love them. Come on, Jew love them. I do not. I do not.
I think you're being a real human being. Oh my God. Yeah, Mitch cracks me up. Like, hey man, I'm Jewish and I'm uncomfortable with these. Yeah, you love them.
Yeah, we caught up. What was it? The latest episode of Last of Us, though.
Mm-hmm. So after Ep 2's crazy ass death, and then Ep 3's like shock, let the adrenaline wear off of it.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of felt like the return to a plot episode of moving forward in Last of Us, but I already discussed the shit out of this. Because for the first time, maybe ever, I guessed it on somebody's podcast.
Yeah.
That makes it sound like I did a ton of research or something. No, they
Mm-hmm.
the MCU Bleeding Edge podcast reached out to us, asked if we wanted to guest on an episode. I had some free time and happened to be watching Last of Us, and I jumped on. Very
Sure.
different format show than ours. If you go over and check it out, I think there were 6 of us doing just a breakdown of this one episode on a live stream. And so very, very little crosstalk discussion, just kind of one after another,
Mm-hmm.
folks' opinion on each section. But it was definitely interesting. I don't think I've ever since pandemic, my actual sphere of people I talk to is pretty fucking tight, and you and I discuss through shows just ad nauseum, like constantly. We break
Sure.
everything down, but I don't talk to a lot of other people who are nerdy about like nerdy about television, but that I come from a different background or different
Mm-hmm.
likes and interests and stuff than mine. So it was really weird to like have the same take on a scene as somebody else, but it just not work for them or
Right.
not work for you. And like, oh, yeah, no, we saw the same thing. It just didn't click for you because you're in a different place or what. I don't know. I hadn't been on another podcast in a long fucking time. But you can go check out that episode, MCU Bleeding Edge podcast, The Last of Us episode. What was this?
4?
Yeah.
4 live.
The live stream, and I'm all over that. But yeah, what did you think, Nick? I really liked this episode. It got to do a bunch of the shit from the games, and it.
Yeah, there's like a lot of big moments from the games. Also, it's Jeffrey Wright's introduction,
Right.
and it's like, okay, Jeffrey Wright coming in is one of the reasons you might want to make this into another format rather than a game.
Yeah,
Because you can jump around and go to his perspective, and because honestly, that
because like
opening,
in the game you play as Abby for a little while, didn't you say?
yeah,
But you don't play as Isaac.
nope,
So you only meet Isaac through other people.
yeah,
And in this show now, we get to see this flashback of Isaac.
mm-hmm.
My biggest fear was now that we killed the main character I liked, that you're going to have to introduce me to new factions and new characters to move the show forward.
Yeah.
And that's always a risk of losing me. And man, I really liked watching Isaac's defection from Ferda.
Mm-hmm. Ferda.
Ferda.
Mhm.
Fedra. And then jumping to 10 years later, I thought it was just that cold open was such tight fucking storytelling of that flashback and the becoming what you hate kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, like, come on, audience, Proxy, learn something. Just, yeah, just a fucking good time.
He just casually grenades those fucking
killing
guys.
Josh Peck's always fun.
Well, you know that story they tell, the one guy that's asked the questions, he lets him live because like, okay, they
It's
haven't
like-
gotten you yet.
Right.
And then like, yeah, later he shows the interrogation scene, and it's like him becoming like what he is,
The kind of thing that they'd tell a shitty story about in the back of a van.
right.
Like, he's the fucking crazy legend now. And
They tell us to, and they tell you to, we saw you strung up kids. Your fucking savior or whatever tell you to string up kids. Your whatever their
Mhm.
mother spirit.
that
whatever.
whole tit for tat thing was
It's
great.
like, you kill our kids.
Well, you killed our kids.
You trained them to shoot at us, like because you kill them because you.
Well, you broke
the
our treaty
truce.
plus $1
And
million.
you broke our and at least Jeffrey Wright realizes because you broke our truce, because you broke the truce, and now we broke
dude,
the
man, I'm
truce.
not fucking doing this with
I'm
you.
not doing this with you. Fuck, shut up. Like
The
we're-
guy makes a solid argument back. Craig Mazin
Oh,
can
yeah.
write the shit out of him.
as far
scene.
as because you do have to explain how the fuck are these seraphim?
Seraphites.
Seraphites.
Scar has to be a pejorative.
Yeah, Scar has to be Seraphites.
Seraphites, yeah.
So these Seraphites, how are they in any way a threat? Like they have bows and arrows and are wearing rags, like, and the wolves have like APCs and fucking machine guns. How is this a fight?
Well, and he's straight up like man, you guys have like knives and
Mm-hmm.
sticks. Like we have
You have
weapons.
bolt
and,
action rifles, like.
and like, well, it's gonna work this way, the same way every insurgency works.
Mhm.
Every day, one of you chooses to leave, and none of us ever choose to leave. So
Yeah. Well, it's also the upside of having a religious cult.
Yeah.
Because
well, do you guys let people leave?
I got to tell you right now, I'm like, I see your argument there about like the fascistic society, but also, how bad are your shoes?
Right.
Seems
right,
like you got some of you don't wear shoes, and I got to tell you, that's going to be a real deal breaker for me.
Right.
Like, she saves us. Yeah, like yeah. She saves us from foot like from foot
Man, I
disease
don't
or
think
what?
that this is the world now where you want to have a cut on your foot and run barefoot.
No, like that was even before cordyceps or
Right,
whatever.
right. It's just, I mean, just from a ringworm concern, I'm
But yeah, I think Jeffrey Wright is a great addition. Glad they got him from the game. And I think Dina is slowly becoming even more of a character than she was in the game, and is selling me on the take on me scene was in this one, and it actually works better here than in the game, which I found impressive because it works really well in the game, but it really sells here. Not only that, this is something that Joel taught her to do, and she's using it now to create a connection with another human
Yeah.
being, something that Joel had a really hard time doing, but also that it makes Dina tear up,
man.
and you can watch that actress fall in love with Ellie.
And it honestly, it made me fall in love with Ellie in a way that I think the show needed me to do last season.
Mm-hmm.
And it never really, I like her. She's cool.
Well, it makes
but I didn't love her. And like watching Dina fall in love with her is like, man, I like Dina so much that I'm kind of getting Ellie now.
it makes me realize that, oh, we needed this to happen for sure because we need to find sympathy back to Ellie because she's Joel now.
Yeah.
Dina is now in the role of hold on to
Your heart.
humanity.
Yeah.
And Ellie is the one that is going to be tempted to go down to the dregs of humanity for vengeance.
Mm-hmm.
And Dina's got to be there to like, I really hope they bring
I
her
hope they
around and
parallel
hope
that.
and use her more than even in the game did, because she like takes a backseat pretty immediately because of said spoilers going forward, but like for Last of Us, I'm not sure if you haven't watched it yet, but the pregnancy reveal is great. Like, but it sidelines her in the game, and I hope it doesn't in the show.
Her choosing to continue on at the very end of this episode was a big deal, but I am also worried that the pregnancy storyline is going to derail. Also, I'm concerned in the rest of the season that we're going to have to jump back to Jackson Hole and see what Catherine O'Hara knows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going.
I don't think we'll jump back there.
Because if we do, it'll cut the tension.
What we will do, and I'm surprised they haven't shown it yet, is there should be flashbacks with Joel and Ellie.
Right, and I'm also worried that those they might not be doing those just to not cut away or cut the tension. Like, no, get used to this.
Could be.
But I don't know. Those are my only words. Now, we haven't discussed. I realized on the other podcast that how much you like Dina and like how charming you find their relationship is a huge part of how much you're going to enjoy this episode.
Indeed,
because it's a roller coaster. Otherwise, I loved the take on me scene and watching the moment where Dina falls in love with Ellie, which is fucking awesome. I think they're just adorable together. And so I was digging it all the way through. And honestly had a moment of like, man, we haven't had any zombies in this one.
Oh yeah,
and it's okay because it's going so well.
Yeah,
and then shit broke off.
Oh boy,
I gathered that the hanging bodies scene was also in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, the where are they at? They're at the radio station.
Mm-hmm. And I saw in the behind the scenes after the episode that those are stunt people in harnesses, which is stunning to me.
Right.
Like,
I mean, they looked pretty good. I just thought they had got heavier
right.
mannequins.
But then from there, we get a fucking crazy zombie chase that is so fun. Them jumping down into the bus or whatever
with skeletons,
with all the skeletons was
like
so great.
A little bit of Goonies.
It did. It gave me a Goonies vibe, and also like I know the hanging bodies were stunt people and were supposed to be grosser or whatever, but honestly, the bus looked so good. Props to set deck.
Yeah, well, I mean,
the prop deck.
You get to see them through the glass, and so like the tension's always there. There's so many. It allows Dina to have her special skill of like hearing
listening.
them.
Yeah, I love that. Love the game mechanic vibe of that.
And yeah, the guys coming down to chase them. Like, hey, is this? Well, I thought this was cleared out. Like,
yeah, shit just going nuts. And then a really well timed, like, jump in front of the bullet save where Ellie throws her arm around Dina, and we get really quick I mean, we killed Joel in episode 2, so we're just moving through shit.
Mm-hmm.
But we get the reveal to Dina that she's immune, which you said
Right.
because of the spores in the game, you said in the game is a gas mask thing.
Yeah.
But here, this works really well. Of like, she takes that bite for her, and Dina thinks she just took that bullet for her.
Right. Like, I would die for you, but that's not what just happened.
But that is not what just happened.
Dina, don't shoot me.
But honest to God, I thought Dina was going to shoot her in the street. I thought we were about to have a real.
Do not shoot me.
Because my Facebook had not like caught on fire and melted.
Right.
I didn't think we killed Ellie this week.
Yeah.
But because we killed Joel so fucking fast and I've not played the games, I really wasn't sure that we weren't about to have a Romeo and Juliet moment, like where Ellie's last words were, "I'm immune."
Mm-hmm.
There is no reason to hold out any hope on a further cure. She's just an immune person walking around.
Right.
So.
Unless she fucking pops out a kid and not Dina, I don't think there's going to be any more.
Well, you're
immune.
not the done. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. This is my favorite episode outside of the holy shit of Ep 2 with the swarms of zombies in the end and all of that. Like out of 1, 3, and 4, I think 4 is my. This felt like not a return to form, but hey, this is what the show is. This going to be this season. Are you good? I went, yeah.
I wish it could be. Every episode, I can see why it's not every episode, but I like that 2 and 4 had like really big emotional big moments, like the Take On Me scene was like really hit, and then big actiony zombie stuff.
Right.
So like, okay.
Yeah, it has a holy fuck heart on sleeve moment, and it has a holy fuck like hearts pulled out of chests moment.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Shy away. I'll be coming for your love, okay?
Just like this is the Prestige zombie story.
Right.
Is kind of the reminder there. Otherwise, I did watch Black Widow and a little bit of Hawkeye just to see some Yelena from Thunderbolts, because we'll be talking about that on the Patreon.
Yeah, I saw that on your list.
I mean, Black Widow's just still Black Widow. Taskmaster is still like fucking wasted as a I mean, it's a cool idea, but you're waiting for that whole movie for it to pay off in a way that's significant. Also, didn't realize this, like, oh man, her fucking mask is way better. Her outfit is way better in the Thunderbolts.
Yeah. And it is so weird that it like click and moves away just to show us it's that actress like one time.
Yeah.
You know, dogs are the most loyal animals on Earth, even the ones that have been cleaved in twain and brought back from the dead. When you adopt a split dog, you'll have a friend for life, and then some. Your new pal may be only half a dog, but trust me, he's got a whole heart.
Please visit Bruce Campbell's Split Dog Rescue and adopt a split dog today.
Speaking of which, join us over on Patreon.
Yeah,
patreon.com/tvdudes.
For $1 an episode, you can listen to things like our Thunderbolts review.
$1?
And
That's better than nothing.
For $5, we'll read your review of anything you're watching on television. Do you love something? Do you hate something? Do you want us to say it aloud?
What do you want us to say about it?
And for $20, you could do what John Paul did this week and showrun this show, which is where you pick the show that we talk about on the main episode, and we discuss up to 4 episodes. I say up to. Clearly, if the show's rocking, we just tear through it.
Sure.
But,
this is not a hard rule.
Yeah, pick out at least 4 episodes, and we'll check it out.
The power is in your hands.
Power's in your hands. That's over at patreon.com/tvdudes. We are also this week going to do a free little Patreon gimme because we think the world needs to know about the invisible raptor.
Yeah,
it's sad that it can't have any family. Mm-hmm. You know. So people need to see its movie.
We are,
which is fucking hilarious. We're its family now. So we're gonna throw out a free Patreon. You can see what it's like when we talk movies.
Guys, this movie,
it's so good. It's so good.
Gotta watch it.
Yeah, you'll deserve. You'll laugh. You'll cry from laughter.
Mm-hmm.
You'll probably gag a little from the poop joke, but yeah.
Do you want to be a pile of shit
with a retainer in it? Yeah, it's great. Patreon.com/tvdudes. Find out why we love it.
Why do I have to have a retainer? Like. Bradley has Invisalign. We hate invisible things in this house.
Fucking forgot about that.
A real line of dialogue in this
man.
movie.
No, I can't. It is Psycho Gorman good. God damn it. Come find out why.
I should say in that point, they do not know about an invisible raptor.
No,
that's just a
no, they
random
this family just hates
statement of
invisible shit.
hatred of
Yeah.
invisible things.
Their kid is the first to die. Yeah, first to die. But let's jump over and talk about JPV's selection this week. Don't Even, over on Tubi.
Being great means making mistakes.
You're gonna do so good for the community.
That's the plan.
You're going out east to be a freaking doctor.
We are the next generation, the future.
Did you hear that, Winnipeg? We're out of here!
You're gonna follow my sister to university, huh?
It's raining puke.
I need to get a suitcase for Toronto.
I'm just gonna use garbage bags.
Garbage bags are luggage.
Thank you.
Does Violet know you didn't graduate?
Give me that.
How can you announce? How's your mug? Barely scraped it.
But we are going to even though, right?
We are. We're
That's
gonna so even. Too ever sick is too good a band.
Let's do it even.
So Don't Even is a Canadian comedy television series which premiered on Crave and Misbehave, August 23rd, 2024. The series stars Lena Robinson and Victoria Gwendolyn as Violet and Harley, two young First Nations women in Winnipeg, Winterpeg, who are figuring out their next steps in life during the summer immediately after graduating high school, summer of 98. So I was 2 years into college. I graduated 96.
Sure.
So this show, I feel like, is squarely between Letterkenny and Reservation Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is a super Canadian Reservation Dogs, which is to say I find it really cute, pretty funny, and I wish it went crazier, harder.
Yeah, a little harder. But
that said, there's only 6 episodes of it. We were only assigned 4, and we both watched all 6. This show's worth watching. Absolutely. Right off the bat.
Yeah.
It is on Tubi in a way that I had to type in both words, all fucking 8 letters. It showed me every other don't anything. So, like, I don't know why, but nobody wants you to watch this show. Go to Tubi, type the whole fucking phrase in, and watch Don't Even.
You want to watch Don't Breathe? No, you must want to watch Don't Speak.
Right. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood? No.
No, okay. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. What do you want?
Maybe.
Yeah, I am. What was it? The main characters? It's Violet and Harley.
Though,
right.
Let's be real. The main character's cousin Cheryl.
Cousin Cheryl. So Violet and Harley are fun.
Yes. But they're real people who are going through some shit. Cousin Cheryl's a maniac and a lover.
Well, their cousin Cheryl, I can't tell if she's dyed her hair, if she's a blonde. Like, is she half native?
I don't know, man. She's nuts.
I don't feel like there's naturally blonde natives. That could just be.
I could just be wrong. I don't know.
Could be wrong on that. I don't know the genetics, but she's insane. Denim jacket wearing, fucking like
or tracksuit, or just she's
whatever.
Always just Euro trashed out somehow.
Yo, passenger feeds the driver, man.
Yeah, shotgun feeds the driver, and just opens her mouth. Like, are you kidding? No, I'm serious. Put that pizza in here.
I'm convinced that episode, that part was written for a dude.
I have to think so.
At some point, they either changed it in casting, or at some point they just changed. Like, I think we need more female energy in here, and they changed the gender and nothing else.
Honestly, it makes the bit. She's hilarious. Maybe they just found that
they don't even make a big deal about
you.
They don't even make a big deal about her being gay.
No.
Like and I'm telling you, in '96, it was not. Someone would have said something.
Yeah, they would have. She'd be the only. I cannot stress enough in a town you'd be the only gay person somebody knew.
Absolutely.
And you'd be dating the one other, like Showboat would be the one other gay girl in your high school.
Mm-hmm.
Especially coming out of high school. But I just remember maybe the South of America was more homophobic than Canada, but I don't know.
But yeah, it's these two girls basically trying to go from high school to college, basically just the transition to a period.
Only one of them didn't even graduate high school.
Yeah, and
like Harley didn't even get a fucking diploma.
Right.
And we'll get into it in a moment. But one of my things with the show is that there's lots of stuff that comes up that you think is going to be a big
You think
explosion.
it's going to be a big, or at least a plot point that
and we didn't really.
Yeah.
Like Harley, it's never a big thing that it comes out that Harley didn't graduate.
Right.
Like it's, there's just lots of stuff that I'm like, it's not exactly a missed opportunity, but it's a little low key. But yeah, so Harley didn't graduate, and Violet is fucking smart and is going to be a doctor. Like, he's going to go off to be pre-med and undergrad. And I mean, being a doctor is a long way away, but she wants to be a doctor. And she also plays music, which I didn't really get in the first couple of episodes, that she was really into music.
Well, I mean, that's why she likes.
I honestly thought she was gay and hitting on Showboat.
Yeah, that's why she likes Showboat. I really thought that's where we were going with that, but apparently not.
No. The
They was just those characters. These two actresses have weird chemistry.
Yeah. And they by the end of the season, like I do like them as friends too. Also, it does a good job of like the way that you're best friends in high school and then try to grow and you like split apart. Like they both find two new friends a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's a small town. You still all know each other. Like you're hanging out with them.
Yeah.
And I thought that played nicely. Like Violet goes off with Showboat a little more and they're trying to do the band thing.
Right.
And then Harley goes off with
Mickey
the
Carp.
other greatest character in the show, Mickey Carp.
I'm not scared of you, Mickey Carp.
The slow discoveries of more and more about Mickey Carp is the kind of thing that I wanted like 1,000% more of in the show, all over, everywhere. Like every time you see Mickey Carp, she's in a crazier hat, and then you slowly discover that she's fucking rich.
It's I fought your bathing suit off at Splash Mountain. Fuck yeah, I did.
Fuck yeah, I did.
No, not my retainer.
She fucking forces that in.
Mwah.
Like you put it in a grill. But then, yeah, slowly realizing that, like, because I got in trouble so often, my dad gave away my horse or sold my horse, like sold her pony. And they're going to go steal back this pony.
Langslide? What was it?
Yeah,
Langside?
Yeah, something like that.
Fucking...
And yeah, them breaking in to go find her fucking horse. Just realizing that she is this crazy kid, but you're making an assumption that she's what? So Native kids can't be rich? Racist.
Yeah, racist.
But yeah, Mickey Carp just being a complete maniac. When you meet her in the first episode, you've just met the two girls, Violet and Harley, sitting in a park, shooting the shit of like, still wearing their cap and gown. Like, what are we going to do after high school? And they're walking away from the thing. They're in focus. They're in the front of the screen. And like Jason Momoa coming up a red carpet, this just out of focus fucking beast of a blur. Mickey Carp runs up on him. And then I love, after mugging them, hey, you guys need to be careful. There's a lot of dudes being jacked around here.
A lot of people being jacking around here.
Get jacked around you. Be careful.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Steals her speech. Steals her valedictorian speech.
Damn it. You don't need it.
Yeah. This show is really funny. It's really charming. You find yourself in love with it really quick. The Uncle Sizzler, Uncle Sizzler that they work at.
Yeah.
The fake restaurant is so weird and gross.
I don't know. Like, well, they're taking calls. Like, it's a call center, but for a restaurant.
But it's like all delivery, or it seems like.
Well, why would you need 8 people on a call thing?
Well, and they talk about like pizza's free, but they also clearly sell ribs and shit, and like barbecue.
Is it a food service?
I
What is this?
don't know what Uncle I tried to look it up. I was hoping it was real. I was so hoping it was real. It's not. And them talking later like, oh yeah, that Uncle Sizzler chicken is fucking rough.
I'm not saying you don't have someone man the phones for delivery, but normally in most things, I would think that's 1 or 2 people.
Right. Only once have I worked at a pizza place that was big enough that we had a call center.
Yeah.
And that was an odd place. So it's the whole show has like a weird. They go to the mall and all the mall announcements are fucking insane.
Oh my god. Mall attendees, if you see a 6-foot man in a security guard's uniform named David, he does not work for the mall. No security guard would ask to hold your card or credit card for a minute.
Like the whole show is just
also like that mall closes at like 5 o'clock or something. Like it's a weird hour. They come in and like, man, if you guys aren't out by 5, I'm taking I'm taking the car. You can take the bus home. God, I hate the fucking bus. It just kicks down a fucking
like
trash can.
They talk about like they touch on some various like odd reservation like First Nations stuff where like in that mall episode she's trying to get a discount with her like First Nations card,
right?
Which means that
the mall's resi, but not on the res.
I guess like I'm gathering that it's supposed to like get you out of tax on stuff or something.
I think.
But I love that every store she goes to, everybody says basically a variety of the same thing of like, well, no, that's good for stores, but like not this store. And like, yeah, like they don't like everything in the show. I wish they went a little further with it because that to me was like, yeah, that rings true. Like here's a wonderful discount card that everyone else in Canada is going to a little bit hold against y'all.
Yeah.
And it doesn't actually get you anything.
Except
the resentment.
I like that the mall. Like,
you guys get everything for free.
The mall's
this
resi,
doesn't work anywhere,
but not on the reservation.
Right.
Like, oh no, it's the closest mall to the reservation.
Yeah.
But like, it's not on it.
Right.
because no one would build a mall on a reservation.
Right. But also
Like-
that means that like this is definitely the mall y'all are going to.
So like it makes me think that like, okay, I guess you can only use this thing on a business that's on the reservation. Like, wait, like
But like, how the fuck? That can't help.
cool. But what if I need to like go in like specific care? Like, I mean, like, so unless a Pizza Hut opens up on the res, like I can't fucking like grab pizza, like. But
so the first time that we see cousin Cheryl doing one of her business plans, she buys a bunch of dolls.
yeah,
Which gives the lady shit for only
everyone
having white
goes
dolls.
on their own separate adventures,
Mhm,
kind
mhm.
of in each episode, and Cheryl's are constantly the best.
Right,
and,
and they're always crazy business things.
Mm-hmm. She grabs a bunch of dolls, yeah,
Mhm.
and then grunges them up.
And then
Hits
sells
them against the
them
wall.
because it's 1998, so like there's a limited amount of internet bulletin board type shit.
Yeah.
And she sells haunted dolls to people,
Mm-hmm.
which is just wonderful.
Yeah.
And then she ropes in, man, when they go to that party that has
Blood
amateur
tick.
wrestling, and she ropes in Wood Tick.
Wood Tick.
I'll suck your blood, then you'll be weak.
Then you'll be weak and
You're
real
fucking
tired.
weak and real tired.
Weak and real tired.
Like when she ropes him in because I'm meeting a bunch of weirdos from the internet and I knew I need protection. I know you, not that he can fight. I know you can take a punch because he gets his ass
No,
whooped.
you can get your take a punch.
Garburator fucking destroys him. Garburator is a great wrestling name. But then she starts managing him, and their whole journey through the season was probably my favorite actual arc. That or the woman running the manager at Uncle Sizzler, who has way too strong a love magic.
Yeah, sure, love potion or whatever she
That,
calls
like,
it.
Dale-
That like Dale screaming outside with his like just underwear on. I'm like, no, but what's wrong with Dale? He's just too in love. No, that's
Nope.
not love. Dale's on something right now. Why?
And
Like
she takes care of it I thought she took care of it by fucking his brains out. I was really worried. Like, yeah, pretty sure you made it worse. But she duct taped him to a sign, like to a stop sign.
in order to dry him out, because obviously,
Like he's on some, yeah. And then when she later on hooks up with, which is again like this is a lot of bisexuality for the 90s, good on the show, but I don't remember 1998 this way.
No.
But she ends up hooking up with Beefy later.
Absolutely.
And the whole Beefy mascot, that again, this is all cousin Cheryl background stuff. With the whole like guy that runs the beef company, you definitely don't want to eat any of this meat.
Hey man, where'd your accent go? Accent's just for commercial, like just for branding. That guy who bought his book at the store, like
It's a steal.
it's a fucking steal, eh? Like $19.99, like gives her a 20. My change. The woman just slowly goes out and grabs that.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this, man. I'm glad we watched this show. I hope it gets a little wider audience. I hope it gets some more episodes.
Yeah, I wish Violet and Harley's stories were stronger, just because, man, we've talked a lot about Cheryl and Mickey Carp, and I don't dislike Violet or Harley, but I am less interested.
Well, and we spend a little too much time with them for it to be as like knockdown, drag out funny as I want the show to be.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't spend quite enough time with them for me to fully feel the betrayal of Harley having slept with her brother.
Yeah,
or hanging out with Mickey Carp, but not like it's a good scene when later on Violet is like, you started hanging out with somebody and doing a bunch of stuff. I couldn't follow you there, and I don't know who you're becoming.
Mm-hmm.
But also they've got a real problem of like Harley's mom died and Harley moved in to finish high school with her.
Yeah.
And we don't really get into that other than a good scene. Again, these actresses are good. We get a good scene where Violet's like, you just moved into my fucking room and took over my life. Like,
Yeah.
And now I'm going off to college and you aren't, but you still just
assumed you're
coming with me. And like, that's some hard real post high school shit. I won't say it's quite like times where we're like, okay, the show is assuming that they've done this. And we haven't done any setup for this scene. They have. It's just not quite enough to really land the power of the scene they need. And it's only literally, it is 6 fucking 30-minute episodes.
It could be that the JPV's other previous pick, the two character we were following, felt much more like following Cheryl and Mickey Carp.
Mm-hmm.
Like
oh man, for Such Brave Girls,
For
we'd have
Such
been
Brave
following
Girls?
Cheryl and Mickey.
Oh, those monsters were like imagine Cheryl and Mickey Carp on fucking coke, like
Right,
just
right. I do think Such Brave Girls set my bar a little higher on the fucking holy shitness.
And it could be that's why I'm like, man, anytime we're not following Cheryl or Mickey Carp, I'm like, I'm not
as into this.
I'm not as into it. But
them gluing all the shit to Jay's car was hilarious. Woody being such a fucking idiot.
Well, I like that Violet's slowly learning to go into music. That sort of plays.
Mm-hmm.
It is interesting that the one person who didn't finish high school is the one that's going off to be a musician. Wait, so you have another option to go off and do. Like, it'd be one thing if Harley went off to do it. She's not. Right. She's not sacrificing anything.
Right.
To go
No,
off.
but like the one person who is supposed to get out of Winnipeg and go to college is ditching her out.
Right.
To go on this tour of cafeterias.
Also, the mom, the
mom's pretty hilarious. The whole jalapenos.
Here, I'll take this. You gotta be safe. Take this box of condoms. Mom, no one needs 100 condoms. Everyone needs 100 condoms. My God.
Also, if anybody's ever had anything like the jalapeno thing happen, it is only funny in retrospect and very real.
Oh my God.
I have not, thankfully, I was not the
you were not the
person with unclean hands.
You were not the one to experience it. You were just there.
I just heard about it. Yeah. It was a very holy fuck.
But the mom's not wrong in the fact that, hey, for us, for the natives, it's important to come back and have our own community. Like if you go out and become a doctor, it's not just you becoming a doctor. You are now a native doctor that can come back to the res and be a trusted doctor for this
us.
Community.
Which is the last thing Violet wants to do.
Right. And which is also like, yeah, that's fucked up to put that pressure on her, but also the stakes are different of like, yeah, it's the mom doesn't want you to be successful just because of you or whatever, because a doctor is what she thinks of as successful. She wants what's best for the community.
I in a deeper, like a hour-long drama, something like more show, I would say the moment at Harley's mom's anniversary wake death thing, when Violet's mom says that, I would bet that's the moment Violet decides to not go, because your childhood dream that you dreamed, because it gets you out of this town. I'm going to go be something real in a big city like a doctor.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be some fucking hick shit in Winnipeg.
No.
Finding out that dream actually brings you back here. That like, no. The important thing to do with that dream is to come back here with it. Like, well, then I don't.
Well, never mind.
Right. Like, it'd be like
Scrap
okay,
it.
I'm going to hitch this ride out of town. Cool. You know that truck just comes right back. Well, then fuck that.
Okay, like, why am I hitching myself to this?
Right. And like, I honestly, looking back on it now, I think that would be the moment where that character starts looking around for something else.
Well, I mean, she tells her mom she's leaving on a text. Like, that's
here's a letter. Give it to my mom. Don't be in the room when she opens that.
So like that's the level of, that's another thing, is that it's 6 episodes and it's like blink and you miss it. Like I looked up and I was like, I'm done. Oh fuck,
dude.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been so spoiled on watching, like, because we've been background watching like long ass, burn notice type stuff. That you can like go refill your water glass or something and come back in and like, the world's not changed. You can't fuck around in 6 episodes at 30 minutes each.
But yeah, I liked her dealing with that. Her romance with Tyler, I want to say.
Tyler Skidmark.
Skidmark.
Oh, whoever fucking did that to those.
I think that was mostly a wash. Like I kind of like
those had never been washed.
I kind of like the Purple City.
Yes, like that was actually cool.
That was a neat moment of them being of hooking, of interacting together.
That did a good kind of like the crazy ass out of the blue, like that's a fucked up movie, but also that's the truest drunk scene I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
That date was a really great example of like, holy shit, Tyler kind of seems okay. Like he might be kind of charming. Like this is like, you're an idiot, but like this date's actually going well. I see why she goes back to his place.
Right.
And then slowly realizing that like my roommate Donna or whatever, like that's your mom, dude. Oh fuck. Like,
yeah.
Why does this place look like this? and
Sure.
just
Feels weird to judge for that though. Like, wait, aren't you living with your mom? Like,
right. Only I think
you're all living with your mom.
right. Is he a year
kids-
older? But yeah, you're all just out of high school. So I think that's why they're not really holding it against him. But because like nobody really makes a big deal out of that.
I would think more of it as like just you said the roommate. Like, why would you call your mom your roommate?
Right.
That's
I think
weird.
it's that he's clearly trying to hide it,
Yeah.
at least in language. But either way, yeah, when he's scraping the jalapenos out onto the, like, I guess nachos, putting air quotes around it, like whatever that shit is on, and just scraping them out of the jar with his fingers and like, no, god damn it,
No. What have you done?
Also, man,
Watch like
what does nachos mean in Canada in the 90s?
I love that's the final line to go out on too of like, oh, and when you're down on the road, watch out for skid marks. For the love of God, watch out. But I thought that was like, okay, that was neat. Harley's, breakup with because they both kind of go through breakups with potential love interests, and I think Harley's was even less impactful as far as what's his name.
So because of how weird Jay's secret wife is, like, that woman's insane in the yard, right? Like she's not mentally stable, right?
I was kind of so bored with Jay that when that happened, I was like, oh, suddenly an injection of interest into Jay's character.
I was sure that I assumed that was either like his sister or like a next door neighbor girl that is mentally unwell,
right,
and obsessed with him, like where like Jay's having to argue that like did she tell you we have a kid because we don't, like that started 3 years ago. Now I have Jay Jr., I guess. Like, like I thought that she was insane and that they were going to not check their work, glue all that crap to his car, and then him find out that like, no, that's my dad's car.
Yeah.
That's the,
No, Jay's just a spoiled rich kid.
Jay's just a spoiled rich kid who's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And also, I kind of believe Woody. I think Jay is meat lover.
Yeah. No, like, well, he's kind of hard. Like, he stops covering for him after a certain point. Like, man, he has a kid and he's a shitty dad.
Yeah,
like,
he's terrible. He's a fucking piece of shit. Yeah.
Also, he goes to, like, he gets an allowance from his dad and also charges, like, tells kids he's Sugar Ray.
That's right. That's right. He charges for autographs. He tells middle school kids that he's Sugar Ray.
Yeah, and charges them $50 for autographs.
Yep. It's
like
so fucking.
But the thing is that like
Jay's so lame.
That's such a not a reveal. Jay is lame the whole time.
Oh yeah.
To me, is like, oh, was I supposed to be shocked by this in any?
No, he's clearly like the pager thing. Like he's clearly fucking with her. Like he's clearly running a scam.
Like no, his private security or like no private eye business is not real.
And when she that's definitely not real. When she answers the phone at Uncle Sizzler's and thinks it's his number, and like, oh yeah, I've got you. Oh Jesus, lady, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it's his wife. Yeah. So there's actually lots of story here, and yet it feels very light.
Yeah.
Because we plow through it.
Their brother, the mall cop, keeps trying to convince me that he's lame, but he's too goddamn handsome.
Well, and he, like, when she finally, like, so did you ever, hockey? Like, oh yeah, no, it might not heal. I may be done with hockey. Oh my God, I didn't realize that. Like, this all could have been a larger moment. Not this moment's fine, but there could have been more moments through the season of
like, why
the
is
disconnect
he a mall,
between him.
Is he a mall cop or is he actually kind of...
No, because he got recruited and taken, like he got recruited, it sounds like, for like, I don't know, minor league hockey or something.
Yeah.
Great. Like on the way to greatness, and then got injured immediately and is back home. Because I really like his line of like, no, I'm glad I went. I just didn't think it'd be over so fast.
Yeah.
Which is a nice line because like it says that like, no, you should go on this tour because you don't know how long it'll last. You should go try it. But yeah, I wish we'd had more story with him because his thing, and also that he and Harley clearly have real chemistry, but also can't date because the friend of your brother of your sister.
Dunking on him because we don't see him interact with any other women at the show.
He just brings that rando.
It makes him feel like, oh, what a loser this guy is, and I'm like, no, look at that tall Greek god of a human in a uniform. No, he'd be cleaning up.
Right.
Like it's so weird that I'm supposed to think Jay is the fucking bad boy,
right?
Like love interest, and I'm like, nah, man, I'd be climbing that tree. I got to tell you right now, like that.
Yeah, I would say this show's like it's got all the pieces there, and it's running at like 60-70% capacity.
And it could just be that we've seen a lot of shows like this really run fast,
Right.
and we're not used to this pace anymore.
Right, because it does feel like Reservation Dogs to me.
'Cause
Because all through Reservation Dogs, I
Yeah.
kept thinking like, this is funny. Now break
now
off.
Now go. And it's like, no, it's never gonna go.
Go. This is the speed.
This is it.
Like Skoden. I guess they
Man,
say
can't
Caden.
Can't tell
Man,
me all nothing.
There's between the
Fuck.
yeah.
I love when they
there's
say
one time she says fuck, like
Yeah,
with a U.
you.
Otherwise, there's always fuck.
Yeah,
And then they say frig at the end
F-O-K.
of sentences.
Frig.
Like, man, do it right, frig.
That was one of the things it took me because it's so short, I was halfway through it before I could understand patter.
Oh yeah,
'Cause it
it's
was-
not 90s-ness. Their slang is
Their slang is-
their slang.
Well, their slang is so unique to its Canadian slang, but also native
Right,
Canadian
right.
slang, and also whatever slang was around in the 90s for that shit. Because what was it, Fred? Like anytime, like why do I keep seeing Fred Durst brought up? Like it was like
shit set in the 90s.
it's like 3 times this year I've heard Fred Durst mentioned, and I feel like that's the only thing people remember from the 90s as a 90s thing. Like, hey, more stuff happened in the 90s than fucking Fred Durst. But yeah, I think that could do it for us this week, unless you had anything else to add, unless you want to even a couple more times. I'm ready to not even, to don't even.
No, I think we're evened up. Eversick
Evened up.
remains a badass 90s band name. Holy
Eversick
fuck.
is pretty
How is
good.
there not an
It's pretty good.
actual band called Eversick?
Eversick's not bad.
But speaking of bands, everybody should shout out to Winnipeg's own The Weaker Thans. Everybody should go check out The Weaker Thans. They are a fucking awesome band who are actually from Winnipeg, and everybody should go check them out.
Man, how did you know you were not going to make it big? You don't think I'm going to make it big?
No, I'm doing
No.
And I think that's probably going to wrap it up for us. So head on over to patreon.com/tvdudes, see what we got going with the Invisible Raptor and Thunderbolts asterisk.
Sure.
And
also join us next week for when
Yes.
we are talking about
Poker Face.
Oh my god, the return.
Mm-hmm. Cannot wait. It's going to be so fucking fun. And until then,
Tubi Dudes out.
I don't know what I'm doing. You're badass, just as you are.
Don't email.